It is so important for you to take action, because without taking action, you will literally stay in the space where you are. You have to be careful, because your mind will create an environment that your body's slave to. Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you know, I'm Dr. Jared Williams. I'm a concierge dental surgeon out in Houston, Texas. And the role of this channel is to give you guys tips and tricks on how you could be able to smile after surgery. So if you're a doctor who is wanting to improve your surgical skills in implants, third molars, even sedation, patient management, this is the channel for you. So it's been a little while since I've last posted, but I wanted to give y'all something that I just got this weekend. You know, today is September 26, 2021, and this video, I'm letting you know right now, this video today is going to transcend time. So I don't care if you watch this video in 2022, 2023, 2024, and then so on. But I want to give you some insight that was able to have a breakthrough this past weekend. And I want to say my paradigms have been changing a lot recently. And so I have a lot to sell. So hopefully this video is pretty short, maybe about 10 minutes. But I want to be as clear as I possibly can so that you can literally smile after surgery. So right now, I would say the topic of this video is to get over yourself. All right. So in order for you to get over yourself, you have to look yourself in the mirror. And over this past weekend, I actually came down to Atlanta. My wife and I, you could probably hear her typing in the background. She was here with me. I decided to bring her along with me. We lived it up. We're in a nice fancy hotel, had a nice plane ride out here from Houston, Texas to Atlanta. And we're just, the conference just ended, and I was just like, you know what, let me create a video that will be able to give y'all some insight so that you guys could smile after surgery. But this video is not going to be clinical based. As you can see the background, I'm in my hotel room. I still got my wristband on, and you know, you could hear typing in the background. But I wanted to give y'all some 3 pointers that are going to help you literally smile after surgery. You know, one thing that I've found as providing these services to my patients and then giving you guys insight is to have the right mindset. Now, I haven't even gotten started, so I just want to give you some insight now. But I wanted to give y'all this information because this thing is like really, you know, revolutionized the way in which my thinking has taken place over this past weekend. And I'm sharing with you, I'm going to be very transparent. I tell individuals when I interview them on a different podcast on diversity in dentistry. So if you want to, I'll just put a little plug in there for them. Diversity in dentistry, I am the vice president. What we want to do is have that dentistry more diversified. So specifically with Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans within that area. And typically when I go over the interview process, I always tell the interviewees, hey, be as transparent as you possibly can without being thrown in jail or getting criminal charges. So first things first, what I need for you guys to do today is to take action. You know, if you are wanting to take out more teeth, if you wanting to provide implants, if you wanting to expand your services, you have to take action, guys. It is so important for you to take action, because without taking action, you will literally stay in the space where you are. You know, there's a saying I came up with, it says, if you have to be careful, because your mind will create an environment that your body's slave to. All right, I want to say that one more time. You really have to be careful, because your mind will create an environment that your body is slave to. So what that means is this: if you're wanting to take out teeth, but you've been telling yourself, hey, I'm fearful, I'm scared, I'm anxious, what literally is going to happen is you are going to be fearful, scared, and anxious, and your body's going to lock you up to the point to where you can't move. And it doesn't matter what motivation you get, it doesn't matter what environment you place yourself, it doesn't matter where you are, because your body will be paralyzed because your mind has been fed images and audio, words and vocabulary that literally locks you up. And so what I want you to do is, if you're going to smile after surgery, you have to take action and move immediately. All right. And so that's number one. Number two is this: you have to get the correct information, right? With social media, there's so much information that's out there, it could be overwhelming. But one thing I will tell you this, even those that watch my channel, all the doctors that watch my channel, and even patients that watch my channel, the best way to figure out if an individual, somebody that you want to follow or learn from, is number one, go check their reviews out. Go then see if they're practicing what they preach. And then if they don't answer your questions to make you feel comfortable, run as fast and as far away as possible. And that, I would even throw myself in that category. So if you find yourself in a scenario to where you're working with an individual and you're just like, man, is this somebody I want to take information from? Then fall back on those categories. See their reviews, social proof. Then also see, are they practicing what they preach? And then are they answering questions to make you feel comfortable? Typically, when you do that, you're going to get the right information from the right person at that right time. So I really want you guys to get the proper information that you need in order to take yourself to the next level. The next thing I want to stress today is challenge yourself. I'm going to be very transparent in this, and I don't mind. One thing that has been very challenging for me for the last 30 some odd years is being rejected. And this conference really pulled it out of me. I didn't take as many notes because on these conferences, because I figure that when I go to these conferences, I want to take at least 3 or 4 things that I could have action with immediately. I let my wife take care of all the writing for me. So if I needed to go back, all the notes, I could go back into it. Hint, that's how she was a 4.0 student and I had my 246. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over those notes to brush up. But I wanted to take at least 3 or 4 items that were impactful to me, and I wanted to hit it moving. And one of the things that they said is this, is that one of the individuals that came up, she said, take 1 to 3 items, and when you leave, act upon them. I was like, screw that, I ain't doing that. Before I get up to go to the next session, I will have completed those 3 action items. And so I want to let you guys know, take action, challenge yourself, because if you don't challenge yourself, you're going to be comfortable. And if you stay comfortable, you're going to stay complacent, right? And so if you stay complacent, you're not going to smile after surgery. You're not going to be able to have the practice of your dreams. You're not going to serve the patients. You're not going to be in a space to where you can literally provide more services and be the doctor you are called to be. And so I really want you to take advantage of challenging yourself. And so for me, one of the things I challenged myself was rejected. One of the doctors I met up with over this past weekend, and it was interesting. I want to say it was providential. I was leaving. For some odd reason, we're staying in this hotel. I had this juice. We didn't have breakfast the day of. So what I had like a little green juice. I drank it, and it wasn't refrigerated. So I ate some nuts, went about my day, and then my stomach started bubbling. I was like, oh Lord Jesus. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I told my wife, I was like, hey, keep on taking notes. I'm gonna run out of here and go about my day. So what happened was, I walk out and I see Dr. Joshua Golden, right? He's a general dentist out in Miami, Florida. You should check him out, follow him on Instagram. He's doing a lot of work for students that want to go into dental school, and also being able to make the general practice of dentistry more clear for patients and students alike. And so when I saw him, I was like, wait a second, I've been wanting to get in contact with this guy for a long time. So what happens is I see him, I was like, hey, let's chat. So we're chopping it up, and my stomach started bubbling. I was like, Lord have mercy. So I was like, yo, I gotta go. So I literally leave, I go take care of my business. I come back and I was like, man, I just want to let you know, like, this was providential for me to meet you, because I've been wanting to come up. And he's in Florida, I'm in Texas, and here we are, we meet in Atlanta. We didn't speak, we never spoken, nothing, never messaged, never emailed, nothing. No, my assistant didn't speak to his assistant, we come in contact, nothing like that happened. And so what he said, I told him, I was like, yo man, I have this challenge. He was like, do X, Y, and Z. Now what he asked me to do required me to open myself up to be rejected. And that was something that was super challenging for me. And the reason why is that I didn't realize this, but during this conference, it allowed me to unlock this reason. I had a friend of mine, his name was Royal Payne, no pun intended. He's from Barbados. And it's not Royal and Pain, his name is Royal, Roylepayne. And what happened was, when we were younger, girls were a big thing for us. And so he was like, don't get shot down, don't get shot down, don't get shot down. And he'd have like this ridiculous laugh. And you could hear from like 3 doors down because how he would do it. And so What happened was, over the years, I took his ribbing and it really stayed stuck with me. And I would say we were probably like 8 or 9. I'm 36. And that 20 some odd years, 28 years or so, I've kept that with me. Now I've been successful. I've been married, plan on staying married. I got a child, I got a business. I'm able to teach you guys how to smile after surgery. But that was something that was locking me up. And I was like, man, why is this happening? And so I had to look myself in the mirror. I was like, Jared, are you going to allow yourself to be locked up, or are you going to break through and take action? So when I spoke to Dr. Golden, he was like, do this. And so I went ahead and reached out to these individuals and I was like, hey, I want you to help me with this. And at first I was like super fearful, but I was like, wait a second. Why do you feel like you're rejected? Why do you think this is such a big deal? And I had to like psychoanalyze myself. I was like, yo, why is this happening? And I was just like, okay, well, if I get rejected, then what's the worst that's gonna happen? They're not gonna like me. And if they don't like me, then what's gonna happen? Nothing. Like, I didn't assault anybody, I didn't shoot anybody's kid, I didn't run over anybody's grandmother. Like, I didn't do anything that's going to alter my life, but I did do something by challenging myself to change my life from breaking through with that fear. And so I say this, that you really have to challenge yourself, because if you don't, you're gonna stay comfortable and you're gonna stay in a position that your brain will have conditioned your brain, your mind, your body to create a slave out of you. And so it's cool to have a DDS. It's cool to have the opportunities that come with being a professional. But if you don't challenge yourself and you stay comfortable, you are literally going to be a slave to yourself, because you are not taking action for whatever thing. And so since my thing was rejection and people not liking me, it's just like, whatever, I'll be fine. And the reason why I said that is the reason why I'll be fine is because since my focus is serving others, let me say that one more time. Since my focus is serving others, I will never be rejected on a consistent basis for a long period of time. You know why? Because when you come to fancy hotels and fancy restaurants and you fly first class, they are individuals who love to be served. And if you serve well enough, you will never be without a place where somebody wants your service. Now think about that. If you put yourself in a scenario to where your focus is service, and if you're like me, had a fear of rejection or have a fear of rejection, you are, by taking this principle, you are literally able to change it around and be like, wait a second, if I don't, I am locking myself out of all the benefits that life has to offer. And so what I want for you to do today is challenge yourself. And like I said with that lady, I didn't wait until I got home or got on the plane. I was like, no, I'm doing it right now. So when I got that information from Dr. Golden, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna make this message, send it out, and see what happens. And if nobody says anything, oh well. But I know that I will not be locked in with that mindset anymore. And then, since I'm sharing with all you guys, and I'm getting so many doctors and patients around the world watching this, now I'm exposed. And since I'm exposed, nobody could use this against me. And so now you guys are going to be holding me accountable to go and take action immediately and challenge yourself. All right. And last but not least, we talked about taking action. We talked about getting the correct information. We talked about challenging yourself. Last but not least is get in the right environment. Guys, it's so important that you get in the right environment, because I told you, if you don't, you will be locked in. And so what I don't want you to do is be in an environment where you're surrounded by doctors, right? Which is cool. The majority of the people are, oh yeah, you're a doctor, you get to do certain things. What I want for you to do next is this. What I want for you to do is get in the right environment so that they can stretch you and pull you in the right direction. Because you can challenge yourself, check. You could have the correct information, check. You could take action, check. But if you're in the wrong environment, that wrong environment will rip you to shreds. I just want you to think about that. There's nothing wrong with my video or audio. I just wanted to let that one breathe. And so, if you're going to smile after surgery, what you're gonna have to do is get around the right environment. You're gonna have to get around the individuals who are gonna stretch you, who are going to be aiming high so that they can reach the goals. And if you're not in that environment, what's going to literally happen is you're going to reach a glass ceiling that you will not break through because you see your environment decides not to break through that glass ceiling. And so there you have it, guys. That's how you're going to smile at the surgery. Now, like I said, I know we didn't bring out the surgical tools and have the 15 blades, and we're cutting flesh, and I'm showing you videos, I'm showing you how to take out teeth. Now I'm doing a lobectomy. I'm doing brain surgery right now. I literally wanted to cut through the epidermis, get through the dermis, get to the calvaire, crack that open, get inside your frontal cortex, and start doing some brain surgery so that your frontal lobe will be operating correctly. And so this is what this channel is all about. If you're gonna smile after surgery, it's not just having good hands, but it's also having a good mind as well so that you can function accordingly. So there you have it, guys. Once again, I'm Dr. Jared Williams, and my focus is for you to remember what looks hard is often easy. And now you have the power to take action so that you could really smile after surgery. Make it a great one. And so what I want for you to do is this: like, smash subscribe, and share this content. Once again, guys, I don't want you squeezing this information. I know I'm giving you gems after gem after gem. So what I want for you to do is this: if this content was beneficial for you, don't squeeze it. Share this information with at least 3 different doctors that you know or patients so that they can smile after surgery, guys. Remember, we have a community just for you. We have a Smile After Surgery Facebook group that we want you to join. But before you join it, we want for you to take advantage of our courses so that you get everything that we have to offer. We have books, we have courses, we have challenges that is going to take you to the next level. So before I get out of here, what I want to remind you to do is this: don't squeeze this information. And if you found this information to be something that's taking you to the next level, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And also, if you want to take it to that next level, get the content that we have. It's specifically made just for you so that you don't have to concern yourself with, man, I don't feel comfortable with implants, extractions, making my patients feel comfortable. Remember, guys, what looks hard is often easy. Make it a great one.